Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So in this one here, I want to talk about Michonne because she may be getting a limited television series at some point in the near future before the Rick Grimes movies. So obviously before we jump in, I do have to warn you for spoilers for season 10 thus far. Really, it's just spoilers for what happened with Michonne and I guess mostly her final episode because her appearances earlier on in the season didn't really matter too much. It never really built up to her final story so much. So yeah, and if you're new to the channel and you want more Walking Dead content like this, whenever news comes out, trailer breakdowns, reviews of each episode and all that, make sure to be a subscriber. And if you're interested in following me on Instagram, we're almost at 2,000 followers. It's just at Music Man on Terrace Street. The link for that should be down below. Now, I saw this from Forbes. I will leave a link to the article down below, and I don't know if they're the ones who are like breaking this news sort of thing. I think they said that someone else is reporting this and that there are other rumors and stuff like that. And so I'm pretty sure I heard Gimple say something like this, like there could be something else that happens, but I'm not exactly sure where I saw that. Maybe I saw the same thing. I can't remember, but I definitely think this is going to happen. Like this probably will for the most part happen. Michonne will get a limited TV series or television, TV series, I guess. It's not going to be like this 2-season, 3-season thing, maybe, but I don't see it. I think it may be like a 1-season thing of 10 episodes of this arc, and they're going to tell a story of something. Obviously, the premise of it is going to be Michonne is trying to find Rick. Now they're probably going to throw in some other things in there, like she runs into these other people. Those 2 characters that she found, actually, they could be in the premiere, right? And meeting these people here. And she just tries to find clues as to where Rick is. And that could be the reveal at the very, very end, is that she actually finds Rick, or she finds out where he is. I don't think Andrew Lincoln would make a cameo. I just don't see it, only because if you do that, you take that reveal away on the television show. So I think they can do it where, and I don't know why I'm picturing it like this, but you can do it where Michonne is like on an island or something. She makes it somewhere, and she ends up finding out that Rick was here, or Rick is in that, like maybe that boat or something over there. There's a giant ship over there. Rick is in there right now. Maybe she gets so close to them to the point where it's like he was here like a couple days ago and there's this, and we learn little clues as to what's been happening in that first movie. I don't think the reveal is going to happen in the television show, but she's going to get very close to finding him because so far all she found of Rick was that he survived. Like he survived that bridge explosion and he's out there somewhere. Some people took him away and they seem to be very bad people. She could learn a lot about who these people are and learn more about that. And I imagine that is what this television or limited TV series is going to be about, is her discovering the CRM. And you could also have the Walking Dead World Beyond play into it a little bit because they are also based with the CRM, right? The CRM are a 3-circled or 3-ringed community-based organization. One of them is that community that you see on World Beyond. Another one is where Rick is. And the other one is kind of unknown right now. It's not the Commonwealth. Like Gimple already confirmed that. It's definitely not the Commonwealth. That is something completely separate. So Michonne maybe discovers that one there. And maybe Rick has been, he has ties to like just one of these. Or all 3. Maybe he's had some sort of contact with all 3 communities. I feel like that's something that they could do actually in the World Beyond, is tease that Rick was here sort of thing. Like a character notices that there's this helicopter and someone's on it, but it looks like it's Rick from far away, but you can't really tell. That'd be a nice little Easter egg. That would definitely, that'd cause a lot of excitement. Obviously, it's not Andrew Lincoln, but just if someone looked a lot like Rick and you saw him around this timeline in like a different suit or something, and he's doing, I don't even know what the hell would go on. That would be kind of a cool Easter egg to have someone look like Rick in something like that, to know that he's around in this timeline. So on whether Rick Grimes would make a cameo in the Michonne TV series, I don't think you can do it because I think you want to save that reveal for the second movie. And that is the idea right now, is that Michonne is going to be in the second movie. She could pop up as like a post-credit scene in this first movie, but that most likely will be a second movie thing, with the first one focusing on Rick and what he's been up to for the last like 6 years or so. But it is pretty interesting though, for Michonne to get this. If Danai Gurira does get this limited TV series thing, I do wonder if other actors or I guess characters would get the same thing, right? Like, would Daryl get this eventually? Would Carol get this eventually? I feel like with some characters, you can't really do that. Actually, I think a character you could probably do that with is like Maggie, just because she was missing for a really good portion of the story. And also because they jumped forward 6 years, there's a lot of things you can tell in there. You can actually have a story with Daryl in there, right? Because where we saw Daryl in season 9, episode 6 was that he was living out in the woods all alone. He had a dog. We could probably see how he met the dog for the first time. That could be a part of it. Obviously, it would have to be interesting, though, so they would have to tell it in a very interesting way. But there are some characters that could actually get this, because Daryl is someone who maybe he went on this little adventure or something in between there somewhere. Like there's definitely a way that you can tell a story there. Doing that time jump opens all those options. I mean, there's characters like the governor. There's so many characters that could get a limited TV series, and I do think they're going to. Because Gimple's been talking about this for a while, doing this, and we got The World Beyond coming out. I do think Michonne is going to be the next character because she's off the show and because you already have a really good premise here. That's something you can do, and it would just be 10 episodes. It'd be this standalone thing. It would come out maybe next year or something like that, and so we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see if this ends up being true and when they would announce this, what would happen. I know with everything going on right now, there's definitely going to be a delayment in everything. Not really in the Rick Grimes movies and stuff like that, because a lot of that is still in the writing process, but when they release it could be affected just because, it depends on how season 11 and 12 are affected. If season 11 airs in December or January, maybe they just don't do a mid-season break sort of thing. They just have it air straight through, and maybe season 11's finale could air next April. This way, the season 12 premiere could air in the fall of 2021. If that works out, then I'm sure everything will be fine. But if that's not able to happen and things get pushed off farther, it's possible that the Rick Grimes movie is also going to be affected by this. But I will say that I don't think the Michonne TV show thingy, if they are doing that, I don't think it means that the Rick movie is being pushed back. The Rick movie, they're still working on the script, and it is basically almost done. They're just refining certain things, and definitely, for sure, by the fall, it will be done. Could you imagine if it's the fall, it's October, and the script isn't done, there's no movement on this movie? People are going to be like, oh, okay, I don't think this movie's already happening. Because a lot of people are already thinking that, but it's been a year and a half. Andrew Lincoln did another movie, and he also wanted to have a little bit of a break from the show, so it makes sense that it would take this long, right? It's only been a year and a half, and, it's possible that that's what Andrew Lincoln even said, yeah, I'm okay with doing these movies, but in a few years. I don't want to go film next summer or the summer after. I want a few years off. And so if that's the case, then that's why they might be planning this Michonne TV show to fit in somewhere there, have more of a build to this sort of thing. And then, yeah, maybe they start filming, probably not this year. I don't think they're going to be filming the Rick Grimes movie this year just because of what's been going on. If this never happened and filming was normal, you could probably film later in the year, but because of all of this, I don't think the Rick Grimes movie is filming until 2021, and I don't know when the movie's going to come out at that point. For sure, I think we're probably 2 years away, though, for this Rick movie. It does suck, but I would say that's most likely the case. On when this Michonne television show would come out, obviously it's not coming out this year, and I don't know about next year. It could be the year after. Definitely within 2 years for sure. Again, because of what's going on in the world, everything is being affected right now, and we still haven't gotten the announcement of this. But when you look at World Beyond, when they actually announced that show, within 2-3 months they were filming. So if they announced the Michonne spinoff or television show thing or limited series, they would announce it most likely within that time frame. So right away, within a few months, they would be filming. And if they're only filming 10 episodes worth, that's only a few months or something like that they would be doing. And yeah, I'm sure that's definitely possible next year. But I think it depends on the actress, like Denai Guerrera, whether or not she wants to jump back into this character right away. She might want to wait a little bit. That's kind of the reason why she wants to leave, is that she wants to explore other things in her career. Same with Andrew Lincoln and all that kind of stuff. So it all depends on the actors in this situation, I think, and whether or not they're willing to jump back into character right away after being on this show for years and years. I think, for sure, we're going to get this movie within 10 years. Definitely. If this ended up taking 10 years, imagine 10 years from now. I think Andrew Lincoln at that point would be super inspired to jump back into this movie universe. And that's also the thing, at that point, in 10 years, Andrew Lincoln would be a lot older, right? Could he still do the Rick character? Maybe, I don't know. How old is he? He's like 40-something, right? He'd be like 50-something. I guess in that sense, the only issue you would have is you would have to de-age him a little bit to fit the story as to where we're at right now. Because in 10 years from now, if the show's still going on, you never know at this point, a lot of those characters are going to be a lot older, and yeah, you kind of run into issues there. But overall, it's weird. It really is weird to have a Michonne limited television series, but I think it would be exciting, to be honest. I think, you have the main show, which is always exciting. That ends. You have the World Beyond. I guess this could be over. I would say the Michonne television series for sure would probably come out after the World Beyond is over. So this would be 2022. 2023, around there. because The World Beyond is the first season is airing this year, and the second, which is the final season, is airing next year. That will be it. The story's done. They most likely will want to have another one come out right away, because obviously if you're having all those shows air and they're all successful, you want to have another one to replace that, right? So this Michonne spinoff could be that. They could do an Abraham. There's so many options out there. But I'll leave it here, I guess. Post all your thoughts down below. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this Michonne movie thing. Do you think it's a good idea to have a limited Michonne television series? When do you think it could come out? And also, when do you think this Rick Grimes movie is realistically going to be coming out? Because it's almost been 2 years since he left. Not almost 2 years. In November, it'll be 2 years, so it's still far away. It's been like a year and a half, I guess. But there's been no movement, really, except for the last few months. We've been seeing a little bit. Andrew Lincoln did meet with Gimple and all that, I think in December, January. So there's something going on there. There definitely, it's not like last year through like all of 2019, it was just completely quiet. There's some movement going on, so we'll have to wait and see where this goes. But yeah, post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Make sure to be a subscriber if you want more Walking Dead content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.